Every day we are receiving news that gives us an added reason to trust nothing. What do businesses do in order to be able to sell whatever it is that they have to offer? Fundamentally and very simplistically, they try to win customer trust. You may or may not be telling the truth, but you need the customer to trust you. It is the only way for a business to sell whatever they sell or serve. Whether or not you're telling the truth or not, you need customers to believe you. Customers need to believe the claims that you make. This is where the marketing comes to play. The marketing department, if there is one, comes to play. The whole idea of marketing or selling is to sell anything to anyone. That whole concept. And this is where further branding comes into play. Nothing like a solidly built brand to earn customer trust. Since the beginning of time, businesses have built brands to be able to drive customer trust. So, if the key objective of brand strategy is to build customer trust, then we live in the most challenging times that have ever existed. Welcome to Brand Restart, where I hit the restart button on brand strategy for a changed world, based on my book, Building Brands in a Suddenly Changed World. Today, I talk about our collective trust issues, which are not just issues that we need to go to therapy for, but are legit. The point I'm driving at is that earning and retaining customer trust is key to business success. What brand building does is that it brings a consistent voice to your brand, a consistent voice, look, and feel and experience of your brand. And that consistency builds familiarity, and familiarity builds comfort and trust. So, the simple answer to the question, why do I need to invest in brand strategy? The answer is to build customer trust. And as I've already established, customer trust is key. Why are these the most challenging times for brands? Well, because we live in a not just trust deficit world, but a zero trust world. That is a big change that has happened. Every day we are receiving news that gives us an added reason to trust nothing. Don't trust labels, don't trust schools, don't trust hospitals, don't trust governments, don't trust corporate, your employer. It's just become a very difficult world. But here's the good news, people are resilient, people always find a way out. So it's not that people have quit trusting anything, because for our sanity, we have to find things that we can trust. But what people do today is that they trust, but they also verify. In fact, I would go as much as to say that they trust after thorough verification. And that is what digital age brands cater to. Personal care brand Brillare actually puts the composition of the product on the front of the pack. What does that say? That they respect the fact that people want to know what's inside the product. Their whole business model is built on telling what the composition of their products is. There's another brand called The Whole Truth that comes to mind. Again, the entire name of the brand is The Whole Truth. These are digital age brands, and these are built for these trust deficit times. Whether or not your brand can afford to tell the complete truth or not, we have to aspire to get as close to the truth as possible. If you are not a guilt-free brand, don't call yourself guilt-free brand. There are people who seek pure indulgence. Try to be as honest as possible, because honesty is not just a good to have, it is the only strategy for your brand. What do the rising number of clean labels say? That these businesses have found an opportunity and have found a need gap that needs to be filled. A friend of mine has started a company called Superfuels, which is clean label food for growing children. When she had her own child, she recognized that this is a huge need gap in the market, and this is where she saw opportunity. So the opportunity for businesses today is in the honesty economy, the transparency economy. It sounds completely counterintuitive to how businesses have run since the beginning of time, but that is how much the world has changed. There are individuals and institutions and organizations which have mushroomed in the last 10 years only to verify the claims made by institutions that we trusted, such as journalists, news houses, or the biggest of brands that we have grown up living on, and also the claims made by the mainstream narrative, such as Masala Lab that busts myths about food. There is Trustify that does independent lab testing of labels of products to match it with the labels and the claims that they make. There is food farmer that is also attacking labels to identify the lies on labels. So there are lot of stories that we hear about people. Similarly, to verify what's on the news, although people do blindly believe whatever nicely formatted articles on WhatsApp, because we come from a time when we could blindly trust whatever was spoken, was presented as news. It became from simpler times where it was not harmful to trust what was presented to you as news, but today it's become the opposite. It false news items spread on WhatsApp has created on ground violence and killings. That's the extent of damage that falsehood is creating, and people believing falsehoods is creating. But those other people who come from a different time, who have never learned to question certain institutions. However, today things are changing. So organizations like such as the International Fact Checking Network, IFCN, at Pointer was launched in 2015 to bring together the growing community of fact checkers around the world. In India, since early 2013, factchecker.in has been scrutinizing and researching the veracity and context of statements made by individuals in public life, as well as picking up on issues that warrant an examination of data that is accessible to the public. How many people use this or not is in question. I don't have data on that. But the point that these organizations exist or have come into existence shows the need for verification that is growing. And of course, there's a boom in independent journalism in it. So, as I said, people are resilient and they will find a way out. The point of this and the relevance for branding is that people verify before trusting, and so it is on the brand to offer advanced accountability. So here's a fact check for businesses and brand builders. People are not just going to remain as gullible as we had them before. The future customer will demand advanced accountability. The public is becoming able to discern advertising from outright drivel to a good extent. Let me know what you think, if you agree with the things, if these resonate, or am I completely off? Because sometimes you wonder, because when you look at the election results, you wonder, because a lot of the people are still swayed by optics, by hero worship. Many of the things that you say about humanity, the opposite can be equally true. However, these are interesting things to think about, but I'm pretty convinced that digital age brands that are future proof are the ones that are built on driving honesty, transparency into their narrative. The next episode is going to be about, oh, my favorite chapter is the next chapter. It is about how we are reaching a future where everyone is a techie. More on that in the next episode. Stay tuned for more. Cheers.